Okay, so shall we just die to get this out of the way?
Rachel, what hast thou done to them? Danny was a smart and sensible man, which is exactly why he knew this place like the back of his hand, and refrained from self-indulgent conduct. And what about Isaac? He's quite simple, to rephrase it, quite pure. And now he is treated horribly, greatly suffering to grant your wish to die by his hand. Wouldn't you agree it has all transpired since your encounter?
I haven't done anything.
You are an enigma, Rachel. Just who are you?
I don't know, I'm Rachel Gardner, I guess.
Not willing to answer. Let me remind you that you stand before God. Just as I suspected, you have no true faith in God.
Oh God, no, don't start this with her. No, I believe in following the word of God.
Then why is that? Why do you feel that way?
What way?
Tis not what you... Oh, wait. Give me a second. Tis not that you will not answer. Tis that you cannot answer, correct? Rachel Gardner. Your heart is smeared by deceit simply by virtue of the belief that God has chosen you. And you are a witch who means to deceive my angels. The angels of death.
Just to name drop the game title here.
No! Well then, you shall be put on trial to find out.
There's still a whole episode left, so I guess this won't be the end of the game. How many floors are there left though? Is this floor 2? Why is the music so loud again? Too many questions to answer, really.
God desires the pure. And you are charged with being a witch who has deceived my angels. In any case, you must be cleansed.
I'm not a witch.
Nay, you are a witch who forged a pact with Isaac, are you not?
My promise with Zack is a sworn oath to God.
Ha! You would even dare to use God as your shield. And let me emphasize what you need not forget. 'Tis not your choice to make, but that of God's. Now we shall contest thee. Let the trial commence. Where's the music gone? Come on. Is anyone present to testify against this person?
Oh, is this Eddie? There sure is. Right here. Eddie, is that you? No, okay, it's Kathy. Shit. Okay, Kathy was speaking slightly seductively. Hello all, I'm your witness. I'll testify why this wonderful sinner is such a cruel, heartless bitch. How are they? Don't leave me out. It's Eddie. Yay! Eddie, I missed you. You're the best boy. Even if this game turns out shit, at least I got you, Eddie. I could testify all day about what makes Rachel so lovely. But knowing how stubborn she is, I'm more in a mood to humiliate her. Wow, that's kind of weird, Eddie. But it's okay, I don't shame you. If you both like it, do it. Who's saying this? Is it Dr. Danny? I'm the only one who can testify for who she really is. It is Dr. Danny. Oh, is it? He looks kind of weird. I guess they all look weird with their colors, but still. Rachel. Rest assured, as I'm here in your corner. I'm here to defend you. Remember, I'm on your side. Dr. Danny, could you please step away from me a little bit? A testimonial triumvirate of sorts. It's a really hard word. I know what it means, but I can't pronounce it. Very well. Each shall take a turn giving a testimony. Now who shall go first? Me, Reverend. Pick me to go first. Huh? That's not fair, Kathy. I called firsties.
Actually, you didn't. She even appeared first.
No offense, Eddie, but that's just not gonna happen. I'm first in line. Why? Oh, why? You didn't even give a reason. The biggest victim of this woman's villainy is moi. Unlike you creeps, I didn't become sickly infatuated with her from the start. Oh god, why you gotta be so hysterical all the time?
Fucking Eddie. I love him. That's quite a mouth you have, Kathy. I look forward to your testimony. Make haste. I grow impatient, but I do enjoy the music. Have the witnesses reached a decision yet?
Yes, Reverend. I will be going first. Oh man, you always gotta get your way.
Alright, Eddie. Let's take our leave for now. Why do they have to... Why is the fucking cross in the background? I only just noticed. You may begin your testimony, Catherine Ward. Ray isn't impressed at all.
I got this in the back. Listen well, ladies and gentlemen. This demon may look like an innocent gentlewoman on the outside, but her heart is as black as charcoal, a bona fide witch. I'm not. Case in point, she lies through her teeth. A calm and collected pathological liar.
Is there any evidence in thine testimony to prove Rachel a witch?
Yes, like you wouldn't believe. She killed me. Bam, 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 bam. I was cast down from my position as a condemner by her malicious hand. There I was, sitting high and mighty, watching the torture unfold. Then Zack proceeded to slash himself, because this woman told him something. One could say that Isaac Foster's stature as a sinner was also crippled by this meddling woman. The whole display was so pathetic that it made me furious. I ventured down to meet them head on. Then, what do you think this woman does without batting an eyelash? Bang! She shoots me. A condemner outfoxed and shot by a sinner. That's not something that should ever happen. That woman's nothing but a wily wolf in a sinful sheep's clothing. I mean, how could she cast me down to such a horrid place? Only a demon could do such a thing. Not really. I have no memory of intentionally outfoxing you or destroying your reputation. You did too destroy it, you demon! And do you have any idea what hurts most of all? Being dead? Getting killed? She enjoyed shooting me.
God, I missed her as well. Why do I miss all the old villains? And the Reverend is kind of boring.
There's no ifs and ands or buts about it. This is a witch we're dealing with. I vote for water torture. I wanna see you struggle and squirm. Give me a rush of excitement that even surpasses last time. Do you wanna see it that badly? Huh? Do you truly want that to happen to me?
I've heard enough.
Snap, the water is gone. Huh? Reverend, we still haven't sentenced her yet?
You are not a sentencer, Catherine Ward. Besides, what do you seek from someone who you deem to be a witch? That will be all. You're dismissed. Bam, go. ... Moving on, I call the next witness. State your testimony against her.
Eddie, yes, it's Eddie. Bam! Eddie! Yippee! It's finally my turn! You guys are all so self-centered. Try and have a little compassion. Right, Rachel?
Yeah, Eddie? Edward Mason, Are you capable of testifying against this person?
Yep, Reverend, I sure am. I'll go over the good and the bad about her.
Then begin. It's kinda hard to flip-flop between your voice and mine.
Rachel is such a cutie. Her voice is like a songbird's, my favorite type of voice. That, and she's kinda like me. We're also close in age as well. Plus the way she knows exactly what she wants and goes for it. Which is exactly why I should have met you earlier, Rachel. I, knew who you were, but the reason I fell for you was, because I knew that you were a lot like me. Rachel, I know what you did. It was you who buried the bird on B6, right? Yes. That's why I was convinced we'd have chemistry. Not to mention that you spoke of wanting to die. The perfect wish for me. But Rachel, you got a bit stubborn, didn't you? You didn't listen to anything I had to say. I tried so hard to charm my way into your heart in so many ways. Everything was for you, Rachel. But it was no use. Even though you never accepted my advances, I held out in hopes that you'd eventually say yes. I even came to sweep you off your feet in total darkness too. And after all that, guess what happened to me? I was slashed by a sack and left all by my lonesome in a grave.
Oh, poor Eddie. I get a feeling that if I keep continuing with Eddie, my voice will die.
I like graves and all, but that wasn't the ending I desired at all. But that's where I finally realized the biggest thing that sets us apart. I really wanted Rachel. Everything I did was for her. But Rachel was different. Rachel did everything for herself and herself only. How mean! You meanie! Her sugary whispers about wanting to be killed were all for her sake only. How truly self-centered and selfish. And stubborn. Oh, so stubborn. I also have no clue why you'd pick Zack over me. This is probably just Rachel being selfish again.
Jesus Christ, Eddie.
She shows no regard for anyone's happiness. And that got me thinking, isn't all of that something that a witch would do? What? Makes no sense, but right? Right? Don't you think so, Rachel?
Whatever, creep.
That's why I wrote that Rachel be sentenced to hang in a spike-laden pit of death. Yay! Straight down the pit she'll go, and only that I will make her happy. What?
I don't want to die like that.
Are you angry? Sorry, but it's all your fault.
It's okay, Eddie, I forgive you.
Talk to me. Don't ignore me.
Enough. Finally. Jesus Christ, Eddie.
What? But wait. Rachel hasn't answered me about anything yet.
You're being misguided by the likes of a witch, Edward Mason. A witch can see right through a heart that embraces and fears her. That will be all. Bye, Eddie. Have a good... I like you. An unyielding witch you are.
I'm not a witch.
Oh god. What will be happening now? Or is it just kind to me by letting me safe? Moving on, I call the next witness. State thine testimony against her. Oh, it's Dr. Danny, everyone. Finally, it's his turn. Other ridiculous testimony is over now. Hey, Rachel.
You seem at ease, no? Are you relieved I'm here?
Daniel Dickens.
Is this his real name?
Daniel Dickens, double D. Dr. Daniel Dickens. Dr. Danny Dickens. Dickens Daniel. Jesus Christ. You are willing to testify?
Yes, of course, Reverend. I mean, somebody's gotta do a decent job of testifying for Rachel. I must be the one to sing Rachel's praises. Hey, Rachel, you know I never misunderstand you, right?
Then begin.
To be truthful, it's ridiculous to testify about something so plain as the light of day. That's how much everyone misunderstands Rachel.
Oh god, no.
It all started in the therapy room where I first met her. At the time, I was looking for the perfect pair of peepers. Living peepers, forever frozen in death. Naturally, even dead peepers would do, but they get all cloudy. But it was not meant to be. After all, an average Joe's peepers change immediately depending on their emotional state. Despair to hope, disappointment to malice. Well, it comes with my profession. At the time, I was in charge of counseling her. Looking back on it now, makes me so happy. Never have I seen such magnificent, such fascinating peepers. Such blue, murky and tranquil lakes among darkness. Enough to steal my heart. Then, during one of my sessions with her, the most obvious thing occurred to me. Her peepers were the very ones I sought, alive and forever frozen in death. I mean, there's no arguing that her heart is just odd. A pitiful, helpless soul.
Daniel Dickens.
Is what I say not true?
Daniel.
There's no way her soul could ever be saved.
Danny.
I mean, it's because her soul... Stop it. What? Her soul can't be saved. I mean... because her soul consumes others. What? Without mercy. Or remorse. A soul that buries and steals anything it can. So she is a selfish witch? What's wrong, Rachel? Oh, what lovely peepers you have. May I look at them? Oh, and when we were reunited on B5, she was acting a bit strange. Even now she seems off though. Look, now you're almost back to your old self. Everything will be alright, as long as I'm here. Why don't we get through this together?
Daniel Dickens.
Sorry.
Is that your testimony?
I could go in more detail about what makes it so wonderful if you'd like.
No need for that. I think I've heard more than enough.
When will Zack sweep in to save us from this?
Not to mention, your testimony was rather condemning. Witness, you may now leave. ...
It'll be alright, Rachel. You heard me, right? I said the real you shouldn't have its soul stolen. Just walks off the screen. Oh my god, this is amazing. Doesn't even bother to disappear into a poof like the others. No, he just straight up walks northwards. Oh, Danny Dickens. Man, you're a cool guy.
Rachel Gardner. Your sentence has been determined. ... You too heard the claims by each of them. Danny's was especially telling. He's the most in tune with your background. 'Twas certainly Danny who watched over you the longest. And it was Danny who bore witness to the truth and never refuted you. He is no doubt infatuated with you, sorceress.
None of that is my fault. Dr. Danny's just being selfish. He's a weird fetishist.
Have you ever considered that you are the selfish one, Rachel Gardner? Eddie said so in his testimony, about how you neglect everything besides your own ambitions. And then there's Kathy. What an unfortunate soul. On top of tricking her, to go as far as to entrance her in your spell. To see a woman of pride like her reduced to an empty shell of a former self. How appalling. You are a witch.
No.
Am I wrong? You are unable to even refute a single claim made against thee. Well, witch, let thee be cleansed.